Well, hi everyone. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that we're done with summer and we're entering into fall, which is my favorite. Well, spring and fall are my favorite times of the year, even though in fall we have all those leaves. But I wanted to share with you guys my end of summer tour for my garden. And this weekend I removed the mesh screens that I had protecting it. I had a corridor of mesh screens, as you've seen in my previous videos if you've been on my channel before. And they just did a wonderful job of protecting my succulents and cacti this summer. And we got into days that were very, very hot. So I'm very pleased about this. I'm still having issues with the irrigation on the other side, even though my husband did go out there and modify the sprinkler. I think the problem is deeper than that, literally. The pipe is broken from the bottom, and that's why we have all that moisture there. And I suspect that's been broken for many years because our porch, our slab is cracked. There's a lot of moisture there that shouldn't be there because it doesn't rain in Southern California that much. So all that moisture that has been seeping for years and years and years just caused the concrete to crack, which is a shame. But I think we caught it, and we will be reporting it, and that's a job for the association. And yeah, here you're seeing the sticks on fire. It is out of control. I will be pulling it out completely from the garden and putting the smaller one that's in the pot in the front. I'll be planting that one in there. Even though it requires maintenance, I will be still keeping it in the garden in this area because I just love those hues, those oranges and yellows. When the weather turns cold, it just gives you a pop of color, and it's just a beautiful plant. But yeah, the not so fun part of that euphorbia is that, again, it does require maintenance. It gets kind of unruly, and you have to be very careful with the sap because it is a euphorbia, has that milky sap that is an irritant or can be poisonous. So just be very careful if you have one of these and you're going to be pulling it out. Here you're seeing the Kalanchoe Luciae. It's a bit elongated and bleached, but it's okay. It'll get its orange beautiful color in no time. The Stapelia is doing great. It just multiplied, and it has a mealybug. I caught that. This Esmeralda Echeveria has been with me for almost 2 years, 2.5 years, and I just love it. It's long-lasting. This fatal attraction is brutal. And here you're seeing the Belen Echeveria. This is another one that is one of the original Echeverias that I purchased that has been with me, hasn't died, and it just thrives and has babies, and it's just one of the ones that I would repurchase and recommend. My Agavoides Echeveria, these I love. I had to move one because of the moisture problem. Here you're seeing the Belen, a baby of the Belen, mealybug, unfortunately. And yeah, look, the Cameronia is doing great here, even though we have all that moisture here. And this is the artichoke agave, and it's also doing good. Everything else seems to be doing great. All my big cacti here. I have one that's not thriving, and a big one that died, an apple cactus that just, it was always one of those that was a little bit sad. We bought it for $12, and it gave me a lot of beautiful blooms, so I'm sorry to see it go, but it is what it is in the garden. Again, a garden evolves. And here you're seeing the bird bath that I repotted. It's doing good. It had some casualties in the heat, but it's from here on, I'm gonna tweak it again a little bit and it'll thrive. And yeah, I left that leaf there. I put it on my Instagram. That picture was awesome because it's just the indication of fall coming. And okay, here we're going to give you a detailed view of all the garden. This is the actual video, and here I'm showing you the moisture, it comes in through there, through the bottom, and you're seeing the moisture right there on the, even though we packed dirt, we've tried everything, but it's on a slope, so it's really hard to control that water. And if that sprinkler's broken, forget it. But yeah, everything's still doing good here. The rosemary is doing great. Mexican salvia is a little bit sad, but I'm hoping that it, you know, as it gets cooler, it's gonna start getting beautiful. If not, I'm gonna have to pull it out and repot another one there. But yeah, the euphorbia, oh my goodness, the euphorbia grew so much. It almost caught up to the parents already. And that one was like 5 inches when I stuck it in this bed. I have a humongous aloe that's growing a lot here. The Sahara Echeveria is so beautiful. The copper spoons, I was surprised it didn't do so good, but it has grown, and yeah, but it could be doing better. It is just an evolution of things that happen in your garden. Everything evolves and moves on and grows at different rates, or doesn't make it. But here you're seeing all my aeoniums. They were protected by all these taller plants and by the mesh, and they did well. My lily pad aeonium and the Sahara. Look at that blue pale color. Just love it. It has some beautiful bloom spikes. And yeah, again, the elephant in the room here is this humongous monster of a plant, my Sticks on Fire. And again, it lost all its color because it was summer. It loses the color in the summer, but it gains the color back in the winter when it gets cold. And look at this, it's just no way of trimming this to make it look tidy. So at this point, I'm yanking out all the plant and cutting it up for pieces and repotting some in my other side of the garden. And here I'm showing you the artichoke agave babies. There's 2 babies that just that survived and thrived. Look, they're just thriving, and I'm so happy about that because this is such a beautiful plant. They just got their black spines this summer, which is so cute. I have my devil's tongue cactus in there, and you can barely see it because the Sticks on Fire is covering it, but I wanted it protected because that one is not one that likes too much sun. And my Myrtillo cactus here just sprouted a bunch of new growth. As you can see, this lighter blue is all the growth that it had this summer, and the bottom is more green, and that's the old growth, and it sprouted more arms, so it's no longer my little muscle man. Now it looked like a little saguaro, and now it's got more growth. My Alludia procera just sprouted beautifully. All the arms have little leaves. This cutie's not doing so good. I'm gonna be repotting that one, moving it out. It didn't like the heat, so that's definitely what I'm gonna be moving, probably to the center of the bed here, my succulent corridor bed. And yeah, but all this area was covered in the mesh because this is the hottest area where I have the cacti. And my Opuntia did great. They're getting a lot of water. I rarely watered them. I watered under them because I planted some plants, but I really didn't give them too much water during the summer. Only at the beginning, when they were in full growth season, and we had all those pads blooming that we cut off and we ate. But as you can see, we have a lot of moisture coming in from the back, and they're watered by that water. So if I water them, it's like watering them twice. So I just have been keeping an eye on them, and whatever looks dry, I spot water. But if they look okay, I just let them be. Here's my Rita Opuntia. It has some new growth. It's doing great. I split it. I bought this one this summer, and I did plant it in the ground. The one I had in the pot didn't do so well, so I went ahead and moved it to the ground, and it started thriving. And yeah, here's the other side of my garden, the porch area. And I have a lot of plants that are moved under the porch. And it's pretty much my little abandoned area. I do come out here and check them and everything, and water them when they need. And unfortunately, yeah, I had some damage from the kitties. They bit on my aeoniums, and I have damage from my crested Gibiflora. I split it and I put the good part in a pot, and this one here, as you can see, it's just rotted from the bottom. And even though I rarely water it, this is one that's so hard to maintain, because remember, they keep a lot of moisture in that fan-like thin structure they have going. So here I'm just cutting off all the rotted area, the area that has just gone bad. And yeah, just using some sharp scissors, I'm cutting it. It's pretty much an experiment to see how it does. I didn't want to just throw it away because it is a beautiful plant. So I just took, see, as you can see here, I'm not going to let it callus. I just stuck it in dry, bone-dry dirt. And whatever it does, and what it doesn't, well, we'll see if it makes it. This one, my cowhorns euphorbia, is doing great. Showed so much growth. Starfish, Sansevieria, doing great. Variegated Portulacaria, doing great. I pulled it in from the heat. Coral Aloe, doing good. Look how sad my geranium looks. Yeah, they didn't do good in the summer. They just didn't like the heat. And yeah, again, I'm showing you this one that I'm going to be moving. And I'm showing the growth on my crested Myrtillo. Finally, I have growth. Oh, so happy. I'll leave you with a look at this area again. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that your gardens survive the heat and the summer, and that they begin to thrive and look beautiful. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and welcome to all the new subscribers. I will talk to you guys later.